And just a few hours ago, with the confirmation official of the Bharat Ratna that is going to be awarded now to Karpoori Thakur, but posthumously. Prime Minister Narendra Modi penning the tribute to Karpoori Thakur on the birth centenary today. So what a befitting moment that the Bharat Ratna to him, to be conferred upon him, was announced. He belonged to one of the most underprivileged groups and was focusing constantly to uplift those who had been from the underprivileged or backward caste, as it is called, and he then was part of reforms. He overcame numerous obstacles and has achieved a lot working for society's betterment. Let me bring in Paulomi Saha for the latest on that. Paulomi, clearly it also coincides with the birth centenary celebration, and that is when Bharat Ratna to him was also announced. Just take us through the decision, Prime Minister Modi's tribute to him, and what this really means.
Well, Prime Minister Modi has just penned a tribute on India Today for Karpoori Thakur on his birth centenary, and just a day after the President announced that the Bharat Ratna will be conferred upon the former Bihar Chief Minister posthumously on Republic Day. The Prime Minister has said that he never had the opportunity to meet Karpoori Thakur, but he's heard a lot about him from Kailashpati Mishra ji, who worked closely with him. He said that he, of course, was someone who stood for the twin pillars of simplicity and social justice. Until his last breath, his simple lifestyle and his humble nature resonated deeply with the common people. He in fact recounted several anecdotes which showed how simple a lifestyle Karpoori Thakur led. Like when he passed away in the late 1980s and people went to his home to pay tribute, they found that he was living such a simple life. Someone who had been Chief Minister of the state of Bihar, they were very surprised and shocked that that was the way he had been living all this time. He, in fact, the Prime Minister says that Karpoori Thakur wanted to address the systemic inequalities that plagued Indian society, and also very importantly, Pooja, in that tribute that he spent on our website, he says that Karpoori Thakur took a distinctly anti-Congress line because he was convinced very early on that the Congress had deviated from its founding principles. So that is what the Prime Minister says.
Interesting.
While he says that Karpoori Thakur, of course, was, he was doing his politics at the time, the Congress was the dominant party, but he took a distinctly anti-Congress line.
Interesting. So there's a long note that the Prime Minister has penned. Karpoori Thakur is the Bharat Ratna now of this country, conferred upon him posthumously, a tribute penned by Prime Minister. And this is, the announcement came right when the centenary celebrations were on, but clearly a political statement also there, as Prime Minister Modi mentioning how Karpoori Thakur had taken a staunch anti-Congress stand that they were not following the vision. Thank you so much, Paulomi Saha, for the latest on that. So former Bihar Chief Minister, socialist leader Karpoori Thakur will now be awarded as the Bharat Ratna of the country posthumously. Karpoori Thakur was often referred to as the Jananayak or people's hero, and he was basically known and was popular in the last few decades over championing the cause of the underprivileged, the backward, the suppressed classes and caste groups. Here's a detailed report on who was Karpoori Thakur and what is the reason for the Bharat Ratna to be conferred upon him.
A true people's hero, a trailblazer in advocating reservations for the underprivileged, a tireless advocate for social justice. The Modi government has announced its decision to confer the nation's highest civilian award upon Karpoori Thakur. The two-time Chief Minister of Bihar, serving short terms in 1970 and 1977. Yet one of the most prominent leaders from the Baba community, championing the cause of states most backward. Since October, the clamour for the nationwide caste consensus has grown following the revelation of Bihar's own caste survey. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has expressed his gratitude for the gesture.
जननायक कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी को मरणोपरांत भारत रत्न दिया गया है, मुझे खुशी का ठिकाना नहीं रहा। 36 वर्षों के मांग के बाद भारत सरकार ने इस मांग को पूरा करने का काम किया है। मैं अपनी तरफ से, अपने परिवार की तरफ से, समाजवादियों की तरफ से उनके विचारधाराओं पर चलने वालों की तरफ से हम भारत सरकार को बधाई देते हैं और कृतज्ञता ज्ञापित करते हैं।
The Modi government described his life and work as an embodiment of the spirit of the Indian Constitution. The legacy of social justice, equality and fraternity duly honoured. Bureau Report, India Today.